It's always good to have an ace up your sleeve, and luckily for the Missouri baseball team, it has two. Tanner Houck and Reggie McClain have been dominating the competition this season for the Tigers. Every time it seems Missouri basketball is taking steps in the right direction, the program trips over another hurdle. The latest off-the-court incident involves Jakeenan Gant and Russell Woods. Both received one-game suspensions, and neither player will suit up for the Tigers tomorrow. Peyton Manning and Tom Brady played each other 16 times before yesterday's AFC Championship game, and meeting number 17 between the two future Hall of Fame quarterbacks was bound to be another classic. It was the fourth time the two had matched up in an AFC Championship game. Home team won each of the previous three meetings. The Missouri women's basketball team entered its final regular season game yesterday looking to make some history. The Tigers were going for win number 22 on the year, which would be the most wins by a Missouri women's basketball team since the 2000-2001 season. Sophie Cunningham smiles a lot on the basketball court, but beneath that smile, a competitiveness driving her and Missouri's success on the hardwood.
One of the most fearless, competitive people I've ever seen. So while you might see the smile, you can't let it fool you, that's for sure.
I am a pretty fierce competitor, so sometimes that smile does kind of fool people, but if you're on the team, you know that it's not really a smile when you get out there on the court.
Cunningham has put together a spectacular freshman season, including a record-setting 42-point performance against Wake Forest early in the season.
I think she's done a tremendous job with that. I think she's been a huge impact for us all year long.
But the only result she cares about is in the win-loss column.
I'm just trying to focus on getting the win, so whatever I can do for my team, that's what I'm going to focus on. So.
And she's done plenty of winning, too. Missouri is likely headed to the NCAA tournament for the first time in 10 seasons, with Cunningham leading the way. As a McDonald's All-American coming out of Rockbridge High School, Sophie Cunningham could have gone to any top-tier basketball program in the country. And while some players may make that decision with their head, Sophie listened to her heart.
I grew up here in Columbia, and pretty much my whole family has gone to Mizzou and played sports. I could have gone anywhere, but I know my heart was here at Mizzou.
It helped that her sister Lindsay is on the team.
I have a whole bunch of sisters on the team, but when she's actually my sister, it just makes it that much more special.
Especially after Sophie struggled in her first 3 conference games.
You know, sometimes she says I'm too much of a mom. I know what can make things easier and what can make things harder. So yeah, I'd like to think I've helped her out.
I got to believe that there's a calming factor there, just someone to kind of show you the ropes a little bit and guide you through, the challenging time.
Despite those struggles, Cunningham went on to win SEC Freshman of the Year, and as postseason play approaches, Sophie's smile isn't backing down from the next challenge.
No one scares us. I mean, they're really good teams, awesome programs, but I'm not scared.
Chinmay Vaidya, KOMU 8 Sports, Columbia.
If you can't find empathy in this story, I don't know where you'll find it. He was at the top. And after he got to the top, it just seemed to be a steady decline, and now he's at rock bottom.
The man now at rock bottom is former Missouri quarterback Maddie Mock, who brought national high school records and high expectations to Columbia in the fall of 2012.
The immediate, I think, response was, this is Chase Daniel version 2.0.
They wanted him to be the next Chase Daniel.
Chase Daniel, the Mizzou legend who took the Tigers to back-to-back Big 12 North titles. The man Mock was supposed to replicate.
Just dropping by the minute. To the corner of the end zone, 2 plays, touchdown Missouri. That one goes to Bud Sasser. What a start for Matty Mock.
Mock got his opportunity to shine in 2013 when James Franklin went down with a shoulder injury. The redshirt freshman put up spectacular numbers in limited playing time and helped the Tigers win the SEC East and the Cotton Bowl. With his great play came great expectations for 2014.
Most fans, I think, at that point thought, okay, they're going to be better next year because they're going to be better at quarterback.
But Mock was in trouble off the field before he even got on the field. In August 2012, Mock was arrested and charged with 4 misdemeanors for recklessly operating a motor scooter. That incident would be the first of many off-the-field issues in Mock's career.
That was the first time we saw him as this guy that wasn't necessarily the traditional sense of the quarterback.
Mock then had problems on the field. The quarterback threw 4 interceptions in a 34-0 loss to Georgia, and all of a sudden, doubt set in.
I don't think anybody at that point thought that they would be winning the SEC East. I think some people were even wondering if they'd go to a bowl.
If you told me after that game that Mizzou was going to win the SEC East, I would have called you a liar.
But the Tigers won 6 straight games, defeating Arkansas in the final game to repeat as division champions. Mock wasn't putting up spectacular numbers, but he was winning games.
It was just, again, very much who Matty was. He never seemed to be the reason they won, but they always won.
Mock entered 2015 as the starter due to his success, but a string of off-field incidents ended with an indefinite suspension in late September, and this time, there was no coming back.
Once you flip that switch, once you suspend Matty Mock, start your true freshman, then you can't just unflip it.
Mock ended his career with a winning percentage higher than Chase Daniels, 2 division titles, and 2 bowl wins.
I would just say he was inconsistent.
I would just say chaos.
Turbulent has to be the word that I would use.
But winner didn't end up being the word for Mock's career at Mizzou. Chinmay Vaidya, KOMU 8 Sports, Columbia. From anticipation to exhilaration. After 10 years, the Missouri women's basketball team is finally going back to the NCAA tournament, and for the seniors, it's the perfect ending to their careers as Tigers.
It's been a dream come true. This is what we talked about from the first day of practice, and it's one of our goals, this team that we have set, and now it's time to go take what we've been doing in 5 days and kind of go put our product out there again.
It was also a special moment for the Cunningham sisters, who came to Missouri looking to put a program on the map.
We've had some special moments, and that one's way up there. I mean, we came here to get this program on the map, and I think not just me and Lindsay, but our team as a whole have done that. And for us to be in this position right now, it's something special for this program.
The Tigers had to wait until the final 4 teams were announced to celebrate, and even Coach Pinchton had a hard time putting emotions into words.
It's hard to really articulate the emotions that go behind it, but it's because of the hard work, the persistence, the perseverance, the resiliency that we've had to have.
Missouri will start the tournament Saturday, but the Tigers hope the celebration keeps on going. Chinmay Vaidya, KOMU 8 Sports, Columbia.
Now from the Ford Sports Desk, KOMU 8 Sports.
The Missouri women's basketball team entered its final regular season game yesterday, looking to make some history. The Tigers were going for win number 22 on the year, which would be the most wins by a Missouri women's basketball team since the 2000-2001 season. Missouri hosted a Vanderbilt team that had lost its previous 8 games. Senior day at Mizzou Arena, but it was freshman Sierra Porter who got the Tigers started with a nice mid-range jumper. Porter would hit her first 3 shots to help Mizzou grab a 15-4 lead early. She finished with 11 points. Vandy's Krista Reed helped spark a Commodore comeback. She was 4 of 8 from long range and led all scorers with 20 points. Fast forward to the final quarter, and Sophie Cunningham bails out Mizzou with a 3-pointer as the shot clock expires. Tigers have a 1-point advantage, looking to close out the game, but Minta Spears had other plans. She gets a layup here, and then she's going to knock down the corner 3 for Vanderbilt. Spears finished with 19 points, and Vanderbilt halts its losing streak with a 56-52 victory over Mizzou. Here's Coach Pinchton's thoughts as Missouri begins postseason play.
It's tourney time. Now, records go out the window. Doesn't matter what you did yesterday. Doesn't matter what you did last month. Everyone's trying to fight to survive.
The Tigers finished the season 21-8 overall and 8-8 in the SEC. That's the most wins by a Missouri women's basketball team since the 2005-2006 season. Also the first time since that season that the team has finished 500 or better in conference play. Missouri begins postseason play with the SEC tournament in Jacksonville, Florida on Thursday. The Tigers will face Auburn in the opening round. That game is at 11 a.m. Missouri won the team's only regular season meeting 69-55 down in Auburn. If Missouri wins that game, the Tigers will get, unfortunately, the top-seeded South Carolina Gamecocks on Friday. Missouri lost its only game against South Carolina this season, 83-58. The Missouri baseball team scored 31 runs in its previous 3 games against Hofstra. The Tigers allowed only 6 runs in those 3 victories. Missouri was looking for the 4-game series sweep yesterday in Fort Myers, Florida. The Tigers defeated Hofstra 3-2. Connor Brumfield, Rockbridge product, gets the walk-off home run in the bottom of the 10th to extend Missouri's winning streak to 5 games. Freshman pitcher Michael Plasmeyer pitched 6 strong innings with 3 strikeouts. Both of those marks are new career highs for him. The Tigers are now 7-2 on the year. They will make their home debut on Wednesday against Arkansas Pine Bluff. The Missouri softball team wrapped up the Mary Nutter Classic on Sunday. Tigers lost to number 7 Oregon 8-7 in extra innings before beating BYU 16-6. Missouri finished the Classic with a 3-2 record, scoring 52 runs in the tournament. Tigers are 9-2 this season. They will remain in California, lucky them, and begin in the Judy Garman tournament against the Michigan Wolverines on Thursday. Nothing went right for the Missouri men's basketball team on Saturday. The Tigers not only allowed Texas A&M to shoot 51% from the field in an 84-69 loss, but also let 4 Aggies hit double figures. Missouri is 10-19 this season and on a 3-game losing streak. Even though the Tigers won't be playing in the postseason, they still have a chance to make some progress this year. Missouri will head to Baton Rouge on Tuesday to take on highly touted freshman Ben Simmons and the LSU Tigers. Simmons is averaging 19.6 points, 11.8 rebounds, and 5 assists per game. Missouri will try to get its first road win of the season. In fact, the Tigers haven't won a road game in the previous 2 seasons. Last time Missouri won a game away from Columbia was January 28th at Arkansas. Now, basketball season is wrapping up, but baseball is just around the corner, and the Kansas City Royals, the defending champions, have 25-1 odds to win. That's 13th in the MLB. We throw the no respect card a lot around Missouri. Do the Royals have a right to play that card?